Right then, yeah. So, good morning, guys. So, let's start. So, in last session, what we have seen, we talked about right. So, your VPC architecture, right? How you can deploy the resources within the AWS and how you can access them from outside. And if you have two different accounts in two different VPCs across two different accounts, how you can connect both of them and try to uh, communicate, which is like over the internet only. So there's no internal communication, right? That's what we have tested yesterday. Now in today's session, what we will do, we will try and discuss about VPC peering. Okay. So let's go to AWS VPC peering. What it says enables you to launch AWS resources into VPC enables you to launch AWS resources into a virtual network that you have defined. VPC peering connection is a networking connection between two VPCs that enable you to route the traffic between both of them over IPv4 or V6. Okay, instead neither can communicate with each other as they are within the same network. If you create a peering connection between two VPCs with the VPC another account, and VPC can be different regions as well. So in short, there are 3 points here. So what it is saying, peering within your account on same region, peering within your account on different region. Okay, peering from peering with, let's say, different accounts as well. Okay, so these are the three types of peering or three different peerings that you can test under your VPC peering. Okay, let's understand the first one. So first one is, let's take, I have one account and under one region. Okay, so AWS account. Let me consider this as, or maybe this as one account. Okay, under this account, the region is US-East-1. Under this region, I want to create two VPCs. Okay, this is my first VPC and a second VPC. The first VPC is East US production VPC 1 10.1 dot, or let's say 10.10.0.0/16, which is already created. Okay, and the other one is East US UAT VPC 1 10.20.00/16. Now, can I have a multiple subnets? Obviously, you can create multiple subnets. Okay, so what is the subnet? Web 10.10.10.0.24 or 1024, app 10 10 2024, db 10 10 3024. Make sense? In line with your last testing. Let me go back and go to your VPC. Web, app, db, and db is 200. Fine, not an issue. 200. Right. And what is your VPC? Okay, what is your VPC? AWS prod VPC1. Make sense? Under this account, one VPC under region US East 1, and you have three subnets 1, 2, 3, and the route table is this is the route table. Let's go back here and let's create a route table. That is your route table, right? And all the subnets are connected or using this route table, I would say, like this. And on the outside, you have internet gateway, and inside what I will do, I will deploy one EC2 instance. At least one EC2 instance is ideal. Internet gateway, and this internet gateway is also connected to this route table. So the local, let me write inside this, inside the route table, 10.10.0.0/16, that is local writing, right? And then everything will be routed to where? Internet gateway, IGW. How to check? Internet gateway, okay, and route table, select routes everything to internet gateway. That is what we are routing. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to deploy one or two machines, which is ideal, right? So let me keep that aside, and I want to create another one. I want to keep another subnet like this here, web 10.20, 20, 20. This I will make sure DB is 3, web, app, and DB. Right? 3 subnets. Now, can I create another route table? Yes, obviously you can create another route table. So East US UAT VPC1 underscore route table 1. What is the route? Default route is everything inside your VPC will be internal communication. Okay, so this connected with your route table, and outside communication will be via internet gateway like this. Now, which traffic will go this side? Again, it's same 0.0.0.0/0. Everything will be onto the internet. And can I deploy a machine? At least one machine I can deploy it, right? So that I will deploy one machine here. And if someone is trying to access it from outside, from my home, if I want to access, internal IP is 102, and the external IP, I mean to say public IP is 1. This is my public IP. Now, from my home, if I'm trying to connect via internet gateway, the traffic will go here also via internet gateway. From this IP address, traffic will go. Right now, for 3 machines, right over here, you'll have 3 public IPs. Right, maybe I need to put them outside VPC. Like this. Okay. Fair enough. Will you be able to access all the 4 machines, or sorry, all the 3 machines from outside? Yes, you will be able to. That is what we already tested on the other day. Now, sorry boss, I don't want to send the data. Let's say this is my one of the production application is trying to send some data to one of the server in UAT. Okay, so in that case, data should not go like this. Okay, this should not go like this. Sorry, I don't want to send the data to internet unnecessarily, right? I want to have an internal communication. I want to have internal communication, which we can achieve through VPC peering, right? Which we can achieve through VPC peering. The first concept is within the same account on the same region. The region is same account, and both the VNets, sorry, both the VPCs are in the same East US and with 2 different ranges. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to establish a peering connection between both of them. Let me change the color a little bit. Peering connection, local VPC peering. That is one point. And the second point is Okay. Second point is okay. What if you have another VPC? Make sense? But here is AP South, I want to say AP South 1. Okay. So what is the region? Region is AP South 1 and the same account. I'm not changing the account at the moment under the same account, but on a different region. Okay. Now let me make this little up, and you'll have public IP for sure, and you will also have a EC2 instance for sure, and this EC2 instance will connect to your public IP. That is done. Now, what is the IP range? AP South, development VPC1, dev environment. Okay, 192.168.00/16. Is it possible for you to give 192.168 range? Yes. 192.168 1.024 app 192.168 2.024 db 192.168 3.024. Make sense? Okay. Now this has become AP South Dev Development VPC 1 underscore route table 1. What is IP range? 192.168.00/16. That is internally used, and outside how it is going 0.0.0.0/0, everything to internet gateway that we need to add. Okay. So from outside, if you're trying to log in, how you will from outside, if you're trying to log in, that is how you will connect to your server. Make sense? Now from here like this, from this server to this server, what is the possibility? Over the internet it is possible, but sorry, I don't want to use that concept. I want to use a different concept called like this. Okay, this we call it as global VPC peering. This green one, we call it as global VPC peering. So after establishing these two internal communications or connections, let me assign some IPs to this. What is this server? 10.10.1.10. What is the other one? 10.10.2.10. 10.20.1.10. And what is the other IP? 192.168.1.10. So these are the four different IPs. Okay. After creating a pairing, what should work? Internal communication should work. How? From 10.10.1.10 or 2.2.10 doesn't matter to 10.20.1.10 and 192.168.1.10. This should work, right? Or from 10.20.1.10 to 10.10.1.10 and 2.10. From 192.168.1.10 to 10.10.1.0, 1.10. That should work. And other one is 2.10. Okay. These three should work. What it should not work is from 10.20.10.10 to 192.168.1.10. So in between, vice versa. In between, let's say this is A, B, C. A to B, there is a connection. So A to B and B to A is possible. And same time, B to C, C to B is also having a connection. So which is possible. But that doesn't mean A to C, it is possible. No, A to C is not possible. Make sense? Or C to A also not possible. B to A to C or C to A is not possible. So that we need to test it out. Make sense? Any questions? If not, let me go to VPC. I already have one VPC. So let me create the second one. East US UAT VPC1. What is the range? 10.20.0.0/16. Enable DNS hostnames and subnets under which VPC you want to create a subnet. Second UAT1 web subnet app subnet DB subnet. To web to app to DB. Make sense? Now, internet gateway is needed for everything. So create new internet gateway. East US UAT VPC 1 internet gateway. Attached to VPC, your UAT VPC 1. Route tables. This is also default one. This is also default one, don't use. And I'll create another route table. East US UAT VPC1 underscore route table 1. UAT VPC 1. Okay, route table has been created. Now go to subnet associations. All the three subnets are now part of your this route table, and edit where you want to route the traffic, everything to internet gateway, UAT internet gateway. That's it, done. And go to security groups. I'll not change this one. East US UAT security group 1 VPC 1 underscore security group. Okay, security group, inbound, edit. All traffic. That's it, done. Your security group is also updated. Now what else we need? We need to deploy a couple of servers. Launch. What I will do, I will deploy 2 Linux servers on 1 Windows server. So I'm talking about production, this side of the testing, this side of the testing. T2 micro, 1 server is enough. Production, web, public IP is needed. What is IP? 10.10.1.10. For this machine, this is the IP I will dedicate. Next, 8 GB. Next, keywords nothing. Okay, this is the security group which I will use. December 21 is the key. Right. So this is now launched. What is the internal IP? East US prod web VM1. Okay, this is external IP. So what I need to do? This is the IP address. December 21st is the key. So let's log in. So you see 10.10.1.10. This is one of the server. What about the other server? The other server is UAT server. Okay, same T2 micro, I'll not change anything, but here I'll say UAT. Okay, give me a second. UAT under this VPC web. You need a public IP, yes. And scroll down. What is the IP address you want to give? 10.20.1.10. Let me go back to the diagram. 10.20.1.10. Yes. Next. Okay, another security group. Same key pair. Launch it. Okay, this is another instance for what? East US UAT web VM1. Okay, so this is another public IP. Okay, and what's the password? Authentication. Done. So this is your second server, UAT server. Change settings. Okay. This is UAT and this is production. Make sense? And I need to deploy one more server. What is that one more server? Windows server. Okay. So I can deploy Windows server later on also, or else what I'll do, I'll put a Windows server here leisurely. So if you put 2 servers, 3 servers, 4 servers, or 5 servers, or 60,000 servers, doesn't matter. They will communicate within the VPC that we already tested. So I'm gonna skip this out. I will deploy this as a Windows server when I'm deploying this. Right. So for now, I have 2 servers, ping 10.20.10.1.10. That is one server, and the other one is ping 10.20.1.10. So on both sides, I'm trying to establish a private communication between 2 servers. So it is not possible without a peering connections. Now, first what you have to do, we have to establish a peering connections. Right? How to establish a peering connection in order to enable the communication between these two? Go back to AWS and VPC, scroll up, somewhere you'll see peering connections. Okay, so click on peering connections. Do you have any peering connections so far? No, create a new peering connection. Okay, so VPC peer 1, source is production, and UAT. So from production to UAT, 10.10 to 10.20. Okay, these are the 2 ranges. I want to have peering connection. So peering has been established, and now we see request ID, acceptance owner ID. So both are same account under the same account, right? 2671, 2671. And what I need to do, I need to click here, pending acceptance. You can accept or reject the pairing request using the action menu. Okay. you have until modify sounds to date. So I think a week's time, your connections can stay in waiting state. So 21st next week, same time, your connection will expire. 7 days is the lead time to establish a peering. So what I'll do, I'll accept the request from other side. So peering is established. That doesn't mean traffic will go to both sides. So if you see nothing is moving, you see nothing is moving. That means peering is established, but there is something else is missing. What is that something else? You need to modify the route tables. Okay, let's go back to this and try to understand on this route table. On this route table, you said everything is internal, communicating internal, and so everything else will be to internet gateway. Okay, 0.0.0.0 means everything blindly send it to internet gateway. Fine. Now, if you send everything to internet gateway, who will send to this direction? Getting my point? So, in order to achieve that, you need to modify this route table and educate this route table saying, if this is related to UAT, I'm currently in the production. If the IP ranges or belongs to UAT, right? So please add a static route to UAT side. How? Under the route table, we need to add a routes that points to where from this. Let me change this out a little bit. Give me a second. So and bear with me. So I need to establish a connection towards this peering. My bad, not this peering. Very simple. Towards this peering. Which traffic will go via like this? You are in 10.10. Which traffic will go on this? If the traffic is related to 10.20, only the traffic will go to that connection. Otherwise, not every traffic. Clear on this? So if you are trying to send a data to 10.20.0.0/16, okay, everything this side and only 10.20 related traffic this side. Do the same on the other side. Connected like this. Which traffic will go to production? If a production related traffic, 10.10.0.0/16. Okay, if it is related to 10.10, you go via this connection. Otherwise, everything will be onto internet. How to do that? Let me see. Let me cancel this. Oh, you see the ideal timeout of the RDP session is somehow causing an issue. Let me close this out. What is the IP address? We need to ping 10.20.1.10. And on the other side, it is also lost the connection, duplicate session. Go to root prompt. Ping 10.10.1.10. This is also not pinging at the moment. Okay. Now let me go back to the route table. Route tables. This is the route table. Production routes. Edit. If it is you are on 10, if it is trying to go to 10.20, where you need to send peering connections. Okay, so route has been added. If you are trying to send to a peering connection, send it to a peering connection. Now on the other side, add routes on UAT. You are on 10.20. You need to add for 10.10. You have to go to peering connection. Save. Now, moment you save it, you will see communication is started. Right? In between your production and UAT, there is a communication which is established. Make sense? Any questions so far on these topics? Sharin, Siva, Satish, Wasim. Am I audible? Sorry, I can't hear you, Sharin, if you are speaking.
Clear.
No issues. Right? So this is now established within the same account. So the next one is, can I try differently rather than testing on the same account? Okay, so this is done on your same account rather than testing this. Can I directly test on a different account so that if on a different account on a different region, both will be covered on a single session or a single scenario, I would say. Okay, so for that, I'll change this account ID a little bit. I'll go back to here and VPC. You already have a VPC. That is not the one I'm looking for. Let me copy this. I need to deploy it in AP South 1. And this account name is, or account number is this. That is the account number. And let me delete the default VPC. Done. Here I need to create a VPC. East US dev VPC 1 192.168.00/60. Okay, VPC has been created. Subnet. What is the subnet? Where 192.168.1.024. The other one is okay. Application 192.168.2.024. DB 192.168.3.0.24. Create 3 subnets. Internet gateway is needed. East US, UAT, or sorry, East US, Dev, Internet gateway. My bad. Yeah. So Dev Internet gateway attached to whom? Dev VPC1. Okay, it is attached. Go to the route table. Don't use. Create a new route table. Dev VPC1 underscore route table 1 under the VPC. Create a route table. So this is my custom route table. Here, how many subnets that it will use? All the 3 subnets will be used by this route table. Routes. Everything to internet gateway, that is fixed. Internet gateway. That is done. Security group modifications, let's do it. East US development security group. Inbound rules, edit. I'm allowing all the traffic. Allowed all the traffic. Now I need to create machine, right? EC2. Let me run the instance. Let's see. Oh, very good. So some beta Microsoft. My 2022 base. It's fine. So let's go with 2019. T2 micro is the size. T2 medium will be needed. Create a new key pair. Right. So AP South key. AP South key that will be used, and your VPC under web, right? And edit. Public IP needs to be enabled. Existing security group need to be selected. 30 GB GP2 volume. Okay, a lot of things got changed. It's fine. Number of servers, how many number of servers that you need? 1 server. Launch the instance. Okay. Yeah, let me see. One C is not supported. Okay, let me see where your subnets got created. All are in one C. Okay, so let me see if I can edit subnet. I don't think we'll be able to change the delete the subnet. Only the subnet I'm deleting. I'll recreate the subnet. Okay, web. That is what the missing one. I'll say 1A 192.168 1.0/24. Done. Now manually I selected 1A and route table. You need to explicitly associate because I deleted the existing one. So web add explicitly. Rest all good. Now let's see. Retrieve, cancel. Okay, so let me see. We'll try this one. Seems to be a good one, but 19 base, T2 medium, AP South key, edit, allow public IP, default security group, and IP 192.168.1.10. I failed. That's it. Let's create. Now successfully done because Windows 2019 with T2 medium is not available in building number 2 and building number 3, especially building number 3, 1C, it is not available. That is why it is giving error. So that's the reason I had to change that config and keep it in 1EA. Now it is working. That's the issue over there. So now I got my server, East US dev web VM1. So now I need to log into this server. Do you have any username and password? No. Copy RDP, right? RDP. Administrator is the username. Password is not yet generated. We need to generate the password. So how? Actions, or simply say connect RDP client, get the password. It is saying, please wait for 4 minutes. So you downloaded a key, AP South key, that you need to supply and get the password. That we will do it in some time. So let's leave this for 4 minutes. Normally it takes 4 minutes to deploy. Okay, let's leave it for 4 minutes. In the meantime, let me go back. We need to establish a peering connection, right? From where to where? From different account production to different account development. Okay, fine. Let's see. Now, couple of spelling mistakes. Please bear with me. It is not East US. It is AP South. Okay, Web App DB is no problem. And again, it is not East US. It is AP South. And Internet Gateway, AP South. Okay, and security group, AP South. Done. These are the few things you got missed. And let's see. VM is also AP South. Now it's done. So whatever the wrong configurations in terms of naming, we gave it wrongly. Otherwise, configuration is same. Right. Now, from where to where you want to establish? From production to dev under this account to this account. So let's go to this account first. 671 under peering connections. Okay, add a new peering. Connection to this account, or simply I'll say connection to this account, from this account to this account, which VPC requester is production. Okay, in another account, what is the account ID? This is the account ID. And same region? No, on this account, different region. Okay, what is the region? AP South 1. Okay, what is the VPC ID? Now you need that unique ID. So go back to this one, and this is your VPC. Under this account, this is the VPC. This is your ID. So scroll up, copy this VPC ID and supply here as the input. Make sense? So from this account, okay, from this account, copy account number, please copy from this account to this account, from production VPC to development VPC, create a peering connection. That's it. What it is saying, a peering connection has been requested. The owner of other side must accept the peering connection. Means from my account, I have requested. From your account, you have to accept. Go to your account, peering connections. You will see there is a pending acceptance from so and so. You want to accept it? Accept the request. Done. Now, what is the naming convention here? Connection to different account. Okay, you are in 8324. You are connecting to 2671, which is a different account and a different region altogether. Okay, fine, it is good. Now you need to route the traffic. How to route the traffic? Let me go to diagram. So far, okay, let me delete this connection. So far, local peering is tested. Now the global peering is, we want to use the same. Yeah, let's keep this aside and let's keep this VM here. Okay, now from this route table to this connection, give me a second. Yes, this is different connection and this is different connection. This connection will go here, and from here it goes to this. Fair enough? This connection is a little different like this. This is one peering and this is another peering. So another peering from where it is going, if it is going to this account, which IP range? 192.168.00/16. That is the range. Okay. So go to this production route table. Production route table. Which route table? Be careful. Production UAT. No, from production routes, edit routes, add local 20 same region on the same account 192.168.00/16 other account in the other region, and see peering connections. Where is your peering connections? And this account, to this account I'm sending a traffic. Very good. And go back to other account and route table. You have only one route table. Routes, edit. What is that other region? 10.10.0.0/16. Peering connection. Done. You're routing from this side to that side to this side. It is done. Now I need to log in into Windows Server. So select, connect, RDP client, login, browse the file, AP sock key, decrypt the password, copy this, connect. Windows Server is in a different account and your Linux server is in a different account. But I want to see the communication is happening between both of them. What is the Linux server IP? I'm into Windows Server. What is the Linux server IP? 10.10.1.10, right? Ping 10.10.1.10. See, it's working. Okay, from 10.10.1.10, this is 10.10.1.10 server. What is the IP address of your Windows server? 192.168.1.10. So try to ping here. Ping 192.168.1.10. Sorry, not working because your Windows firewall is blocking the traffic. It is not a network. Inside the Windows, there is a Windows firewall. Advanced security. The moment I turn off the Windows firewall, it will allow the traffic. Let's see. All the profiles are turned off. Minimize. Come back here. See, it is now started. That means not within your organization, your VPCs can communicate with the other organizations as well. Okay, so let's say if I go back to here, this is company 1, this is company 2. Both are two different entities and both are operating in a different countries. Let's say your organization you're working for is operating from US. I have a small startup operating from Mumbai. So if you're trying to take over the startup, what you will do, you will try to establish a private connection between my account and your account, and whatever the servers that are here, let's say 20-30 odd servers, you will try to move them from here to here, and even you will delete this account. Why? Because let's say this is an enterprise grade organization. This is startup. It is trying to take over this whole organization and incorporate into your global organization. So that these things will commonly happen at the startup phase. So that is one use case scenario. Now, another use case scenario is, let's say this is one organization. You have some third-party supplier who is trying to push some APIs. Let's say you have some website. It is always pulling the data from some different API. That API is sitting here. This is API supplier and your API receiver. In between a private communication, this will be used. Okay, that's a second use case. First use case, your startup and enterprise grade takeover. Second use case, this one. And the third use case is, let's say you have a developer sitting in India and they need production database copy always in the dev environment so that they can reproduce the problem in the dev environment. So for that, you can't really export the database into internet and bring it back to the server. It will be good if you have some internal communication like this, right? So that your DB synchronization will work from internal network from, let's say, from 10.10.200.4 1 DB server, from this DB server to another DB server in another region. That is also quite possible, right? That is your third use case. So these are the three occasions I can say your peering will be extensively used. So with this, I'll stop here. The fourth one is I don't think it will be required because we combine both the scenarios together. Right now, any questions? Over to you guys. Yeah, if you have any questions, I can help you with. Understood at least what we are trying to achieve here?
Yes, Srinivas.
Yeah, Vasi. No, all good?
Yeah, we are good.
All right, no problem. Yeah. So let me stop the recording here.